Alright, so we're here for the post-board games. Um, Here against Rob's deck, I didn't see any white creatures out of him, so I don't think these Rending Valleys are that good. He has Crackling Doom, but it didn't seem like he had too much other than that. He had an Impulse. I could assume he's on those. We have these Arc Lightnings, which seem fairly decent if he's going to be playing a bunch of X2s and X1s. So we're going to bring these in. One thing that's advantageous to us is we're also on the play here, so we can kind of keep our aggression at a high. So I think what we're going to do for these games is I'm just going to take out these Atarkus commands, and then I'm going to bring in these Arc Lightnings, and then see what Rob's plan is on the draw here. If he ends up having a really removal-heavy hand, we may just bring in our sideboard plan of like the Sarkhan and Outpost Sieges. If not, then we may just run it back with the combo as well. It really depends on how much removal Rob ends up having. So we're going to be on the play here. Alright, so we have a one-lander with a good curve, but unfortunately it is just a one-lander, so we're not going to be able to keep this one. Alright, so we have two lands here. Unfortunately, neither of them give us a Scythe Leopard, but we have an Arc Lightning and an Abbot of Caro Keep, and we'll be able to scry, so I think we're going to keep this. We got the Wooded on top, so it's going to be a little awkward playing the Scythe Leopard on the second turn, but I think we're okay with it. Tell Rob that we keep. And then wait for him. Alright, so Rob goes to 5 here. One of the advantages to this deck is that it mulligans really well. I mean, even in this hand, we're just the 2-color deck, and I don't have green for my green 1-drop and my red 2-drop, but I still definitely have game here. I mean, if I wouldn't have been able to play it, that would have been fine. I could just play this Abbot. I have my other spells, whereas Rob's playing the 3 colors. In my opinion, it's just a little less consistent, and even with the fetch battle land main land base that we have now, I just feel the 2-color consistency is just too strong at the moment. Like, there are just so few games where I actually feel like I'm getting color screwed. Like, this is the worst part of like color screw that you'll ever get with this deck. Like, oh, I have a 1-drop that I can't play on the first turn, but I'm like almost assuredly going to be able to play it on the second turn just because I have to like fetch a Cinderglade because I have like a Bloodstained Mire or something first. But other than that, there's never a point where you're just like, oh, I just can't play my spells. It's just like they're just going to be a turn late or a turn early. And granted, this is worse because here he can just fetch a Mountain and then Impulse our Leopard. But even then, that's fine. Like, then we're making him have it, and I'm okay with that. Our other option here would just be to throw down the Stem Protector, but I feel like getting the Leopard out as early as possible is our best bet. And if he has Impulse, it's going to kill either one, and I'd rather keep the Dem Protector around just because then it can attack past tokens. He doesn't end up having it, so I feel like this is going to be another one of those things where maybe he just kept a sketchy hand with not too many lands. He did mulligan to 5, so it's definitely possible, but he kept on top, so I feel like he must have a second, because I know Rob wouldn't keep a no-land hand at 5. Alright, so Rob goes to 19. I'm assuming he's getting a Mountain here. This could just be like a hanger back for 1 or something. Alright, Dragon Fodder, fundamentally along the same lines as a hanger back for 1. So here, what we're going to do is we're going to buff up our Scythe Leopard with our land, and then we're going to play an Arc Lightning. Target the goblins, and then 1 to Rob's face. Put that in the bin, and then we're going to attack him for 2, and just end the turn. Arc Lightning is so ridiculous against token strategies. It's by far the best card you have, and it's almost always the card that I bring back with the Den Protector, unless I'm just killing them. Duress is fine, so I'm just going to throw this in the bin right away, and then I'm going to show Rob my my hand. So here, I think he probably will just kill this leopard if that's the play he's going to make. Otherwise, he might just be cracking this and not doing it in order. Yeah, okay, so he may just be waiting to kill something better also. I feel like just tapping the mountain there kind of signifies that he has the impulse, though, so we'll see what happens. Actually, I'm going to tap double red here because if we don't hit something, we'll have this, or if we hit a non-land, we'll have this mountain so that we have both colors. So we're going to play the Abbot out. Exile the top card, ends up being a Bloodstained Mire. So we're going to put this into play and put a landfall counter on the stack. And then we're going to attack for 2. I'm going to view Rob's graveyard real quick. So he has 2 spells. Yeah, so it doesn't matter even if we do fetch here, which is fine. So our leopard's going to die, and we're going to end the turn. So I definitely feel like we're in a fairly good spot here. We both have 2 cards, but one of my 2 cards is a Den Protector, and I'm just going to be able to play it face down and flip it up instantly next turn. So I feel like we're in a decent spot. I think Rob's probably sitting here just deciding if he should crack this polluted delta, and it looks like he decided he shouldn't. He's going to be able to get white off this because he can grab a Prairie Stream. If I were a betting man, I'm assuming that's what's happening. The only other thing that he might do is he might grab a Smoldering Marsh and then play like an Outburst if he has a Hordling Outburst that he drew. But again, that's just one of the problems with these decks. Like, yeah, Rob got to fetch up his land, and now he has one of each color, but he's playing like Hordling Outburst and Gideon and things of that nature. So it's just really hard to be able to hit double white and double red off of allied Tango lands. So he's probably going to make us discard and deal 2. Yeah. So that's fine. We're going to discard this mountain. I'm not particularly sad about that. If we rip the land here, it's going to turn out great for us. If not, then that's also fine. And we do. So we're going to play these lands. We're going to go down to 17. I'm going to grab Cinderglade and a mountain. Again, we're just going to throw this Den Protector into play face down. If he wants to kill it, I'm perfectly fine with that. We're just going to get a card out of it. The only way that we don't end up getting a card here is if Rob uses another Kolaghan's Command, targets my Den Protector, and then makes me discard, so he's forcing us into a 1-for-1 trade in that situation. But other than that, I don't really see a downside to this. When Den Protector's worst mode is them having to 2-for-1 you to get even value, I feel like you're in a pretty good spot. Alright, definitely not worried about Drana here. Since Rob played that and doesn't have a red up, I think if I were Rob, I would have kept up this mountain instead of this Prairie Stream, just so that my opponent would have to respect the fact that my last card could be another Fiery Impulse. But since I know there's no way that he has a removal spell here, I'm just going to flip up my Den Protector right away, and I'm going to get back a Arc Lightning just to make sure that I can just keep getting damage through. And when I say keep getting damage through, what I mean is, like, I'll be able to attack past the Drana this turn, but if Rob ends up attacking me once, he can hold up his 3/4 Drana, and I can't get past that with my Den Protector. So I just want to make sure that I have a solid plan for next time. Exiling the Scythe Leopard is okay. I wasn't particularly looking to draw a Scythe Leopard anyways, so we're just going to use this Arc Lightning to get rid of this Drana, and then we're going to bash his face for 3. So now we have 2 creatures in play to his 1 card in hand. We're up an extra land, and he's up fundamentally an extra card in hand. So I think we're in a pretty good spot. Alright, so land go is a very good sign for us. Draw a card. It's just a fetch land, but that's fine. I'm just going to bash for 5. So he looks like he has a crackling to him here. It kind of sucks. Let's see what he's doing. Alright, so he's making 2 first striking warriors. I'm assuming he's just going to block this abbot. And then take 3, which I'm fine with as well. He's not able to block our Den Protector at all, and we're winning the damage race at that point. So fundamentally, we're both on no cards in hand. I have the better creature in play, and we got him on the much better clock. Soren's real bad for us, so we're going to be taking 4 here. He's going to go up to 13, which is fine. Okay, we draw. Alright, pretty terrible. So here, I think we attack this Soren. He's going to be able to gain 4 again next turn, but then we'll be able to get it off the table the turn after that. So he's going to go to 17. It's really going to put us in a rough spot because we're just basically like flipping life totals from where we were just because of this Soren. It was a very good rip there, but it is what it is. Soren's just always going to be good against this deck. As long as he has like a whiff here where he just doesn't have something to do and we draw like a semi-decent spell, I think this could turn out okay. So we're going to 9, he's going to 17. Alright, Impulse is very bad for us. Wow, that was great. Alright, so we're going to throw a land into play as well there. Yeah, this is just a great draw. So next turn, like this turn, he's going to be able to plus his Soren. I'm going to be able to flip up my Den Protector, get the Arc Lightning back, kill both his warriors, and end up killing the Soren. He may make a vampire here just because that's what can happen. It just looks like he wants the 4 extra life, which is fine. I can see why. So we're going to 5 here. It's not the highest life total. And against a traditional tokens deck, you might be a little worried about Secure the Waste. I know, however, that Rob only runs 1. So it's not necessarily the thing that I'm most afraid of here. Alright, so he plays a Duress. I'm just going to flip the card out of my hand to show him. So, end of turn, we're just going to flip up this Den Protector. And set this bad girl up to a 3/2. Go to our graveyard here. We're going to grab this Arc Lightning. Draw for turn. We're just bricking off the top besides this Den Protector, but I'm not complaining because the Den Protector was just a great draw. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to attack Soren. Since he knows about this this Windswept, we're just going to put it into play and then pass the turn. So we're not in a great spot here. He's got a lot of time to draw out of this, but we'll see what happens. Pia and Kieran is definitely terrible for us. Hopefully we can draw into another Den Protector or a Arc Lightning here. Temur Battle Rage is not the best draw for us. He's going to be able to kill us on the next turn here. So don't think we can attack. I'm just going to have to hold back here. Here, if we draw a Become Immense, we're going to be able to deal him 18. Puts him on a 2-turn clock, but I feel like that's not really... Yep, this ends the game. Alright. Game 4.